2024 has been a big year for independent film, with a lot of the mainstream discussion being around films like Love Lies Bleeding, Long Legs, Kinds of Kindness, and these sort of films are inspiring for sure for independent filmmakers, but there's a certain level of unattainability to them, with all of them having budgets in the 7-figure range. I'd encourage you to watch some films this year that you've not heard of, by filmmakers that you may never have even heard of. I found myself watching a lot of films on YouTube, which is where I'm pulling all these films from, and some of them have as little as 300 views. If you went through and watched all these movies, you might have a different opinion than me, which is fair, film is subjective. But what I can guarantee is that these films are made by people like you and me. They aren't weighed down by the corporate film industry. They're made by ordinary people living ordinary lives, and the sort of stories that they tell are stories that you would never see coming from Hollywood. They're a lot more personal, to me anyway, and that's what I find so special about them. Alright, that's enough rambling. Number 10 on the list is Anyone Else But Me. This film is directed by Joel Haver, a prolific filmmaker on the YouTube platform. Anyone Else But Me was shot and cut together within a single month, which is a staggering feat in and of itself. This film holds the perfect dose of tragedy inside a hilarious package. It's a comedy through and through, and had me literally laughing out loud throughout the whole runtime. Number 9 on the list is Stock Shark. Stock Shark is a film made entirely out of stock footage. Now, the idea behind this film is not too different from when a movie states that they're based on true stories. The immersion created by the premise sucks you into the story. Now, this film is on my list because it is the only film this year that had my jaw on the floor at the audacity of the director Cody Clark and where he takes his audience. The longer you watch, the more you are offended, disgusted, but if you surrender to the experiment, you'll allow yourself to find the humour and the drama in Stock Shark. Number 8, Dissonance. Dissonance is the only sequel on this list, following Crescendo, its predecessor. It's a laid-back film following a group of friends as they jam their way through a song that became the soundtrack of my life for a few weeks after seeing it. I see Dissonance as a powerful analogy of the creative process of film through the literal process of jamming through a song, which as a filmmaker myself made the film stick with me even more. Number 7, Bear Trap. Bear Trap is the first of a few films on this list that was shot during the Oscars. A few of the performances in Bear Trap really sold me on the fan footage premise, and as a piece of entertainment, had me completely invested throughout the film. Bear Trap is one of the films on this list that you could throw on and enjoy with your friends. Number 6, Goody Two Shoes. Goody Two Shoes is an entry on my list from Daniel Lotz, and a film that I'd encourage you to stick with from start to end. Admittedly, there are moments that feel like plot holes, but I promise you, Goody Two Shoes ties its laces up in a perfect bow at the end. You'll finish the film and want to watch it again immediately, and coming in at a neat 40-minute runtime, that's totally doable. Number 5, Path of No Return. Path of No Return was also shot during the 3 hours Oscars ceremony this year. Now, take away the fact it was directed by a teenager, and the gimmick of the Oscars challenge, Path of No Return is a moving drama about regret and shame. This film hit me deeply, simultaneously embodying my greatest fears as a parent and the very real experience of carrying hidden pain as a child of flawed, broken people. The production value is insane, and the depth and maturity of the story launches this film into my top 5. Number 4, Bring Back the Colour. Bring Back the Colour is ambitious in scope and tells the tale of a flawed, reluctant messiah-like figure caught in the middle of a conflict between the Reds and Blues. Madrill, the director and editor of this film, brings his A-game and pulls together a movie epic in scope and imagery. Bring Back the Colour is inspiring on so many levels and manages to feel unique more in the way that the story is told than the story itself. Scale is the word that comes to mind here, and a lesser filmmaker would not have been able to carry this film on their shoulders. But Madrill runs a mile with this burden and confidently executes one of the best films I've seen this year with ease. Alright, now we're getting to my top 3. And number 3, It Just Takes Time. It Just Takes Time is a modern mumblecore classic, the only film on this list to effectively choke me up. Directed masterfully by Joel Haver and with so much restraint, this is a film that you need to watch by yourself, and if you open yourself up to the story as it progresses, you'll get to experience, as I did, the catharsis at the end. Number 2 on my list is Love Celeste. Love Celeste is another film by Joel Haver, and a film that I don't feel like I can share too much without ruining the experience of coming in blind. Joel met with 2 other filmmakers in Dubai and created one of the most moving depictions of loss I've ever seen. 3 men meet in a hotel room under unusual circumstances. is the logline he gives, and this is the perfect amount of information you need to go on this journey. The chemistry between the three characters is so palpable as they spring off the screen right in front of you and become living, breathing, soulful entities. The way that Joel Haver withholds and trickles the plot to you through some of the best performances I've ever seen is supported by outstanding camera work and a spectacular musical score. It's not very often you get to experience a film this deeply touching and existentially profound. What haunts me even more than this film is that I know for a fact that exactly not enough people are going to watch it. Alright, here we are at the point here. Number 1 is Little Black Submarines. Now, I posted my own review of this film when it came out, so I'm not going to retread any old ground. Directed by Jordan Ross from DoomedProductions, LBS is tonally and thematically perfect. If there is a film you watch from this year, please let it be this one. Now, this video is getting shot in the second week of December, so there's a chance that there are films that come out this month that I didn't get a chance to see, and there's probably heaps and heaps of films that I didn't see at all this year. So I want you guys to comment below and let me know what films you watched this year that would make it into your top 10 list, and bonus points if they're films that I've never heard of before. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.